Minimum wage will always be minimum wage.
Hello, my name is John McCamack. China is laughing at us. Yes, because this election, the whole world is laughing at us. We're putting up our dirty laundry for all to see. It's somewhat shameful. It's not what President Lincoln, for instance, had in mind when he said that we're the last great hope for democracy, a republic, a democratic republic. But I don't want to talk about the election because more than enough people are analyzing the election. Because China is also laughing at us on another matter, and that is the minimum wage. Here in the state of Florida, we voted in a mandatory increase in the minimum wage to $15 by 2026. I'm a man of numbers, so I'm going to show you some numbers here in a minute to show you that the cost of living raise is usually what the raises are in accordance to. But by artificially doing this, we have increased it. And what have we done? The small businesses will not be able to do some of these increases. They have so much money they can budget for employees. So many of them would either have to lay people off and try to make the same amount of money and take less money, or many of them will end up going out of business. Primarily what will happen is they will go out of business. And then the large corporations come up and take over those corporations and take care of their market share. And what happens is that the big corporations will go in and pull out the good people and hire them, but the people at the bottom of the rung will still be left off. So there will be unemployment, whether it's a small business that goes out of business, or even if a small business stays in business. The large corporations will take the best of the best. Why? Remember, minimum wage will always be minimum wage. If in 2026 the minimum wage people are at $15, those people that were at $15, you think they're still going to be at $15 that've been there for 3 or 4 years? No, they're going to be up. They're going to double theirs too, or close to it, say $25 or $30. It's all relative. What have we done? They're trying to buy the vote of the indoctrinated and the uninformed. They've gained nothing. It's all relative. What happens is that the price will be increased in order to take care of that extra cost. And that's called inflation. And inflation, we are a global economy. And as our products increase in value and price, we have to compete against China. China beats us and has beaten us in the past because of low labor cost. So if we increase our labor costs arbitrarily for no reason at all, not market results from the marketplace, then we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. China is laughing at us. I'm telling you, people, you that have been so indoctrinated for so long that now even some of you are in the Congress, that you've been indoctrinated to thinking that you're helping the people by giving them $15 an hour. You are not. The people that are making $15 an hour now are going to increase theirs too. It's all relative. Trust me. Minimum wage will always be minimum wage. When you figure that out, you understand what I'm talking about. All we're doing is increasing inflation for products in the United States to be able to have to compete against the world. China's laughing because they'll win the war. They'll win the economic war. This is a war, an economic war. And we have just handed them a huge victory. They are laughing at us. I've tried to tell you this in a couple different videos, but I thought I needed to emphasize it again. After this video, at the end of this video, I put up Thomas Sowell and Walter Williams, their websites. You need to go to their websites and study them, especially you African Americans. These are both African Americans. They are the most brilliant economists that we've had in a long time. Your mentors should not be some of the mentors that you're looking at. Use these two guys as your mentors. Study, learn them, and understand what is the truth. I believe that they have the truth. I stand with them. I stand in good company. And I will stand firmly and pronounce it from the rooftops. Unfortunately, I'm not a pro athlete, a movie star, a politician. I don't have a microphone for the world. I have this little video here that may be seen by a few people. Whoever's watching this, I ask though, that you would spread the word. You don't have to spread the word about me. Spread the word about Thomas Sowell and Walter Williams. I'm trying to push them. I don't care. I'm not a politician. I don't want your money directly. I don't want your vote. I just want to give you the truth. I have no other objective but to give you the truth. This is John McCamick with Truth University. Thank you.
As I mentioned before, I've already done a video on minimum wage, but I thought I'd like the highlights of that video. The losers, small business owners, lose money, unemployment of the less in educated and experienced people, loss of small business, inflation. U.S. has to compete in a global economy. Therefore, it makes the products more expensive in foreign markets. That increases trade deficits. Then the winners, large corporations and politicians. As small businesses fold, the large corporations gain market share by taking over the small business customers. Large corporations can afford to hold the prices down until the small businesses fold. Then they can raise their prices to make up the difference in lost revenue. All a politician has to do is promise you a higher wage. It seems like they really care for you, therefore they get your vote. But my focus is the real winner is China due to inflation. We will inflate our prices so we will not be able to compete with Chinese low labor. As I mentioned before, go and you take Thomas Sowell and Walter Williams should be two of your mentors, not just in economic policy, but in everything. Just go to their websites, view some of them. They're on their YouTube, but go to the websites they have. You can read a lot of their commentary. It's awesome. It's great. I highly recommend them. I want to specifically highlight this portion of one of the videos. It states that there is no inherent reason why low-skilled or high-skilled employees are less employable than the high-skilled, low-risk employees. Someone who is 5 times as valuable to an employer is no more or less employable than someone who is 1/5 as valuable when the pay difference reflects their differences in the benefit to the employer. This is more than a theoretical point. Historically, lower skilled levels did not prevent black males from having labor force participation in rates higher than that of white males for every U.S. census from 1890 through 1930. Since then, the general growth of wage fixing arrangements, the minimum wage laws, labor unions, civil service pay scales, etc., has reversed that and made it more and more blacks unemployable despite their rising level of education and skills, absolutely and relative to whites. And then he states as the bottom line, Thomas Sowell's comments illustrate an economic reality that is frequently overlooked. Workers compete against other workers, not employers, to find jobs and get the highest wages. Employers compete against other employers to find the best workers. In other words, low-skilled workers compete against high-skilled workers in the labor market. Low-skilled workers who would be employable at a lower wage become unemployable at an artificially higher wage. And that explains the perverse cruelty of minimum wage laws. It inflicts the greatest harm on the very workers it is allegedly designed to help. Don't take my word for it. These are Thomas Sowell's words. Thank you, Thomas Sowell. And the emphasis, the real winner of minimum wage laws is China due to inflation. Do the people in the media, the politicians, and others that have the microphone for the world know and understand this information? Then they are being deceptive. Or do they not understand this information and are therefore naive? Neither scenario is acceptable. The intent of the framers of the Constitution were for the elected to be educated and capable of informing the populace in accordance to what is best for America. However, it seems that the focus is on indoctrination in order to manipulate the people into a biased mindset that benefits the elected by increasing their money and power.
And now you know more of the story. Stay tuned. This is John McCamick with Truth University. Good day.